it's Holly Marie, and we're back with your Dry Delight. Let's just jump right in and get started. We'll see where this goes. Ah, what a lovely night. What do you say we go get a drink? Boss, it's the 5th time you've used that joke today. Well, it's your fault for making such a hilarious face every time. Richter. My name is August Richter, and I'm a detective. Unfortunately, my parents thought a nice classic name like James or John just wouldn't be good enough for me. Everyone thought it'd be downright hilarious to call me July during my training, so I decided going by Richter would suit me just fine. Richter, I'm hungry. Didn't we just have dinner an hour ago, boss? But my appetite for good food is never sated, just like my appetite for justice. What do you say? Should we go get some cannoli? A fellow in Little Italy makes really fantastic. Boss, this is no time for cannoli. We've got a job to do. Oh, Richter, always such a stick in the mud. This fellow right here is my senior partner, Leslie Clark. He wears his hair long and has what you might call a girlish face, so he's seen more of his fair share of teasing too. For those of you who have seen the first episode, this is not the first episode, I promise. I got to the end and it told me to come back here, so I was going to wait it out and see if anything changed. If it doesn't change, then we're not going to be doing this anymore. But I'm just seeing if we can get further on in the story. Just let you know, in case those of you who don't know what's going on. But somehow, absolutely nothing seems to faze him. Case in point, he's worried about cannoli when we're supposed to be tracking down criminals. A true inspiration to us all. Alright, let's get down to business. Run through the plan one last time, step by step. You're still new to solo assignments, so I want to make sure you've got all the details down pat. Or you've just forgotten them because you fell asleep during our last meeting. How's that? Ahem. Don't worry about it. I clear my throat, straighten my posture, and mentally pull up tonight's agenda. You and I are splitting up to gather information on Cleveland's illegal liquor business and enforce Volstead. I'm heading to the speakeasy on Ness Avenue, and you're meeting with an FBI contact to scope out some warehouses. I think we're following Leslie this time instead of Richter. Leslie nods with his eyes closed, swiveling a little in his chair. Damn it, he'd better not be dozing off again. For tonight, my cover is Jack Vaughn, and I work for the city government. Yes, so you can say your job is helping criminals, and it'll be technically true because you're terrible at lying. Why'd you get into this line of work again? I heard the agency needed detectives who didn't spend their payroll hours hunting for food. Richter, how cruel. With a theatrical gasp, Leslie spins rapidly around in his chair like my dry remark just sent him into orbit. Sometimes I wonder about what bizarre twist of fate landed us together. Hurtful remarks aside, it sounds like you're all prepared. Well, we'll meet back here tomorrow morning to trade reports, drink coffee, eat donuts. Is it my imagination, or is he drooling a little? And decide our next plan of action, of course. Understood? Loud and clear, boss. I give him a lazy salute before turning towards the door, smoothing out my vest. Richter? Please be careful. Watch yourself, stay alert, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like what? Skipping out on the job to get cannoli? I'm serious, Richter. You're my partner. I don't want you to be turned into Swiss cheese by a Tommy gun or something. He would use a food metaphor. So promise me you'll be careful, alright? I worry about you whenever you're off solo. Don't worry, I've got this. I got this. I feel like a kid trying to get permission to leave home. He does know I've been on other undercover missions, right? No need to worry about me, boss. This may come as a surprise, but I can tie my own shoes too. Oh, so you've been letting me tie them so I wouldn't get my feelings hurt? Richter, I'm touched. He flashes me a playful grin, although it doesn't do much to mask the concern still in his voice. I know him well enough by now to see through his masks, for better or worse. Unless there's something else important, boss, I'm going to head out. All right. Leslie pushes himself up from his chair, stepping over to get the door for me. I expect great things from your report tomorrow. With any luck, we'll be well on our way to making Cleveland a boring old town drier than the Sahara Desert. Doesn't sound quite as so encouraging when I put it that way, does it? Can't argue there. God bless America, land of the liquor free. See you in the morning, boss. Give him hell, detective. He reaches out to ruffle my hair fondly, as he often does. I stopped brushing it down a while ago. Leslie always likes to mess it up first thing anyway. We trade rice smiles, and with that, I head out into the cool night air. Next stop, Richard's first speakeasy. Although we already did that. Yeah, we already did all this. I hope we're following Leslie this time, because you told me I was following Leslie. It's August Richter, soft-boiled. Leslie Clark, scatterbrained boss. He's not very Meyer Eastman, definitely not a gangster. Oh, well, yeah. Writer and programmer. Management. Gamma. They're just so fast. There's all those artistes. Password. A gruff voice whispers to me through a slot in the door. The basement of this dingy restaurant echoes with the muffled sounds of swing music like it's haunted by some ghostly jazz band. Swordfish. There's a long pause. My informant definitely said the password was swordfish. This isn't a setup, is it? If it is, heads will roll by the end of tonight, assuming mine's still. The door swings open before I can finish that thought. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. Thanks, I'm sure I will. I'm very confused. I step past the tall, dour doorman and into the loudest place I've ever seen or heard. Smoke everywhere, deafening music, giant gaggle of dancers, loitering hopheads, flappers posing in their risque skirts, drunk saps trying to impress them. All this laughter and cheer makes you wonder what's so criminal about it all, but I guess it's not my job to ask those kinds of questions. After I wander around a little, weaving through the hooch-holding crowd, I end up loitering by the bar. The bartender's staring at me. I raise a brow at him, offering a silent defense. Isn't it normal to come to a speakeasy and not order any liquor? No? His face is definitely saying no. Alright, I'd like to order one of the special. The special comes out of Ed's bathtub, mister. The bartender bellows out a laugh when I freeze in horror. Hoo boy, don't worry, adds to the taste. I sure bet it does. Still laughing, he uncorks the bottle and pours me a glass of clear liquid, stuffing a lime slice into the rim. It's like putting a fancy bow on a pile of horse crap, but I guess I should appreciate the effort. I lift the glass, taking a cautious sip. Blech. Spit it out. I spray my drink all over the man next to me. Hey, what's the big idea, you yucks? Sorry, Jesus, that's bad. What does Ed do in his bathtub? Nobody wants to know. Actually, I don't want to answer to this. As I hold my glass of God knows what and lean back against the bar, my gaze wanders around the crowded parlor. The informant said this place is a key part of Cleveland's liquor business. Apparently it's owned by mobster types. And now that I think about it, those guys over there look a little rough around the edges. They're not drinking or dancing, just watching the patrons. I casually scoot down the bar, getting close enough to overhear their conversation. It's a little loud in here that I can't make out what they're saying, but I manage to catch a few words. Damn Italians, our turf, them and the cops. Did I hear that right? They aren't part of the Italian mob? I wonder who owns this place then. It must be a different gang. Some kind of deal? That'll work. Risky. I strain my ears as much as I can, sensing the conversation's about to get even more interesting. Just one or two hints, maybe a name. Come on. Only one drink for you tonight, my friend. But a low, eloquent voice murmurs right in my ear. The culprit smirks at me when I whip my head around in surprise, offering a little wiggle of his fingers in greeting. Tall, suited, and well-groomed, he has an unusually refined look to him. Is he offering to buy me a drink? One's enough for me. Well, to be honest, one of Ed's special is about all the Ed I can take. Is that so? You seem like someone who can take quite a bit more. I think you're just being humble. No, really, I like my tongue too much to put it through more of Satan's mouthwash. My dry comment makes the stranger chuckle, and he flashes me a wink. Oh, so that's the problem. Well, never fear, I'll take good care of that tongue of yours. Ooh, really? What's that supposed to... Bartender, a fresh drink of the delicate-tongued gentleman, and the usual for myself. He waves at the man behind the counter, who quickly nods. Oh, great. I can't actually get drunk, damn it. It's like this guy's here just to ruin my investigation. We'll get you fixed up with something that'll tickle your fancy, mister. Trailing off, the stranger raises one eyebrow at me expectantly. Jack Vaughn. Jack, not the name I'd have picked for you, but I still like it. Really? What name would you have picked? Ask me again after you've had a few more drinks. As if on cue, the bartender passes a glass towards me and gently slides a steaming cup towards my companion. Is that coffee? Thank you, Arthur. Any time. He throws the man beside me a wily grin. I can't shake the feeling that I'm the butt of some inside joke, but maybe that's my detective's paranoia talking. You don't drink, huh? I wouldn't call myself a teetotaler. Teetotaler? I don't know. I think I said it right, but I do like to stay sharp. Right. Well, drinking partner, since you've twisted me into this, who exactly am I toasting with again? My name is Meyer, and I'll endeavor to make sure you won't forget it. How the hell am I supposed to read this guy? If I didn't know better, I'd almost think he was trying to... L'chaim! I know that one is L'chaim. Exclaiming some sort of toast, he clinks his cup against my glass. L'chaim! I mimic Meyer's pronunciation, and when he happily nods in approval, we both sip our drinks. Herp. Not as bad as that deluxe, but still feels like I swallowed a gasoline cocktail. Why, the puckered face, Jack, not smooth enough for that tongue of yours? Meyer leans in closer, propping his elbow on the counter and gazing at my face. Well, if he's hell-bent on being all friendly, maybe I can pull some information out of him. Well, if he's... Oh, sorry. I bet he knows something. He's got that kind of smug air. Yes. Woe is me and my delicate tongue. Really, where do they get this stuff? Is it all home-brewed? Surely there's a big cellar. Of course! Why, the biggest cellar in town, no less. So he does know. Now I just have to. But more importantly, why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? Or a lot more. I promise you I won't mind. All right, play it cool, Richter. I can't rush this, or he'll catch on. I'm nobody special, really. I help keep civilians safe, serve the city and all that. He smirks. His smirk deepens for some reason. Just another average fella here to relax after a hard day's work. Fascinating. Hoping to take the edge off. Very interesting. Are you just gonna sit there and me all night or what? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you're lying. What? Impossible! He can already tell? Was Leslie right? Am I really that bad at this? Why don't you be honest with me, Jack? Be honest with you, I'm not. Meyer leans even more, this time snaking an arm about my shoulders and pulling me in close. I swallow, trying to keep a hold of myself as his lips brush against my ear. He can't know. There's no way he knows. You're really a Simcha, aren't you? A Simcha? Confused, I steal a side glance at Meyer, and his eyes glimmer back at me mischievously. A pimp, of course. What? Oh, you can't fool me with that act, Jack. I saw you looking around earlier for any attractive girl subtle as a train wreck. You caught me. Lord have mercy. If I have to pretend to be a pimp, I think I'll just run out the door instead. A little laugh spills out of Meyer before he can bite it back. Care to tell me what's so funny? Just teasing. Forgive me, I didn't mean any offense. Nor did I think you'd nearly faint on the spot, but I was quite ready to catch you. All right, you got me. I was just, horrified that my good name might be ruined. Shook me up. Secretly, of course, I'm mostly only relieved that he didn't actually see through the lie. That was too close for comfort. Oh, naturally, an upstanding civil servant like you is obliged to maintain his sanity reputation, right? Bartender, another round for the gentleman, if you please. And that was how I got pulled into a night of drinking with my new companion. It soon grows clear that Meyer isn't going to let anything important slip. He manages to dodge all of my questions like a pro boxer ducking punches, but I'm too invested to turn back. I know he knows something. He knows I know he knows something, but we're just dancing around the subject. And as much as I hate to admit it, it's fun talking to him, so much so that I nearly forget what I came here to do. The way he gives me all of his attention is, well, flattering in a way. While we banter back and forth, I notice the sketchy-looking men from earlier throwing glances towards us. Are they looking at me? At Meyer? Just trying to get the bartender's attention? I can't tell, but I've got a feeling we're being watched. If you don't mind, Jack, I have a question for you. An elbow nudges against my side, interrupting my thoughts. A question? Sure. I'm all ears. I turn my head back towards Meyer, only to see him already pressed close to my side. Our cheeks are nearly brushing together. You wouldn't happen to be looking for underground work, would you? My heart skips a beat. He's finally bringing it up? You could say that, more or less. Well, in that case, how about we make a deal? I'll trade you a little business information in exchange for something on your end. He whispers conspiratorially to me, lips curled upward in a sly, daring smirk. Something, huh? What kind of something are we talking about here? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. His breath lightly tickles my cheek. For a second, my focus gets a little hazy. All I can see are those sparkling green eyes. My mind races through all the things he might want from me, things I'd normally never think of until... Bring me a cassata cake. Huh? A cassata cake, the type from Frank's Bakery on the east side, almost certainly not kosher, but I won't tell if you don't. I've heard they changed the recipe to something simply amazing, but let's just say I'm not very welcome in that neighborhood. Not exactly the offer I was expecting. A cake, right? Right. Sorry. There was this pause. Right. I'll think about it. No promises. Playing coy, are we? Very well. I see how it is. He exhales a small laugh that brushes my skin again, sending a little tingle down the nape of my neck. Please think it over carefully, and if you decide to accept my offer, come back here tomorrow night. What does that sound? How does that sound, Jack? What does that sound? I don't know. It's me failing. I hesitantly nod. Can this wise guy really be part of some criminal outfit trading information for cakes? Perfect! It'll be plenty worth your while, so keep that in mind. When he finally pulls back, I subconsciously exhale the breath I didn't know I've been holding. No matter how I look at it, he's acting sweet on me. Of course, it's not like anyone would notice, crowded as this place is. Do you happen to have a favorite kind of drink? He casually throws another question out, catching me off guard. I want to have it ready for you tomorrow night. That's awful nice of you. Well, my favorite drink, I guess that'd be... whiskey. Whiskey, of course. Do I look like a guy who'd drink anything else? You didn't seem to have much trouble with the other drinks you've enjoyed tonight. That's because you were distracting me. Really? Am I that captivating? You were practically holding me captive from the start, so yes? He lets out a low chuckle, shaking his head. There's something charming about his laugh. Maybe the way it comes from deep in his chest, gentle but resonant. Whiskey it is, then, and only the best kind, as a mensch deserves. I'll make sure to take excellent care of both of you and your refined palate. You're acting like I've already made up my... You're leaving? Meyer sips the last of his coffee and pushes it away, smoothing his hair back with one hand. I'm afraid so, Jack. I've got some business to attend to, but I do hope I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and tonight's drinks are my treat, as a small token of thanks for your delightful company. With a last knowing wink, Meyer steps away from the counter and slips into the crowd, mingling with the drunken scene. He left so suddenly. I wonder what business he's attending to. Well, never mind. I guess that concludes tonight's investigation. What a ride. Alright, I'm gonna end this here. Oh, actually, no, hold on. I leave the speakeasy unsure whether Meyer pulled me over pulled one over on me or if I actually pulled one over on him. Now I will end it. It's going by the same way that it went for the last one, but I'm going to see it through to where I was. And then after that, we'll move on. I'm making some different choices. It's always whiskey for the choice for me on that first one. But I'm making different choices than I did last time. So maybe that's what it is. I am not going to get all hot and heavy with Meyer this time either. But yeah, anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you know someone who would like this video, please share it. If you want more of this content, please subscribe. I upload this every Monday. And yeah, if there is a visual novel you would like me to share on this channel, I would be more than happy to do that as well. I enjoy reading these. They're fun. Most of the time. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye.